The following operator training video on the Hobart FP150 food processor is a supplement to the instruction manual that came with your food processor. If you have any questions concerning operation, please consult your manual. Your Hobart food processor is constructed and designed to give long, satisfactory service, providing it is properly used and maintained. This training video will cover the controls, operation, cleaning, and maintenance of the FP150 food processor. Warning, rotating knives inside. Always use the pusher plate. Keep your hands out. Your Hobart food processor is used for slicing, shredding, grating, julienne cutting, and dicing vegetables, fruits, or cheese. The compact unit is designed for ease of operation and quick cleaning. Proper assembly, including selection of the appropriate cutters, is necessary for correct operation of the food processor. Refer to the cutting tool guide for cutters and refer to the appropriate operation instructions in your manual. To start the processor, push the green start button. To stop the unit, press the red stop button. Warning, rotating knives inside. Always use the pusher plate. Keep your hands out. Interlock switches prevent the machine from operating when the feed hopper is out of position or the pusher plate is raised above the feed hopper during operation. The machine stops, and this allows the pusher plate to be rotated counterclockwise for loading. To continue operation, rotate the pusher plate clockwise until it's directly above the feed hopper. As the pusher plate begins to lower into the hopper, the machine will restart. You don't need to push the green start switch unless stop was pressed. Always push the red stop switch before changing cutters or cleaning. First, grasp the pistol grip handle, raise the pusher plate, and turn it to the left. Now, release the feed hopper lock by turning the finger paddle counterclockwise. Then, raise the feed hopper. Remove the locking screw by turning it clockwise. Always use the wrench when removing the locking screw. Lower the ejector plate on the knife shaft until the ejector plate seats on the shaft pin. Next, select the appropriate plate for the job. Place the plate on the shaft, turning until engaged. Lock the cutting tool by turning the locking screw counterclockwise. Finally, lower the feed head. When the pusher plate is rotated and lowered, the feed head will automatically be locked. For operation that requires two plates, first, raise the pusher plate and turn it to the left. Now, release the feed hopper lock by turning the finger paddle counterclockwise. Then, raise the feed hopper. Remove the locking screw by turning it clockwise. Always use the wrench when removing the locking screw. Lower the ejector plate on the knife shaft until the ejector plate seats on the shaft pin. Select the proper size dicing plate and place it correctly on the knife shaft above the ejector plate. Select the appropriate slicing plate for the job by consulting the cutting tool guide in your instruction manual. Place the slicing plate on the shaft, turning until engaged. Lock the cutting tool by turning the locking screw counterclockwise. The locking screw must always be used. Finally, lower the feed head. When the pusher plate is rotated and lowered, the feed head will automatically be locked. After the pusher plate is raised, prepared products such as potatoes, carrots, onions, lettuce, cabbage, etc. can be placed in the large feed hopper. The feed hopper has one fixed and one detachable partition wall. For the highest capacity and best cutting results, the detachable partition wall should be removed only when necessary because of product size. To remove the detachable partition, unscrew the two black knobs on the outside of the feed hopper. The fixed partition wall is used as support for round products such as lemons and tomatoes when producing slices for a crosscut, or when you want the best possible results cutting potato chips, one stack only. For best results, it's advisable to remove the tops and tails from products such as lemons, limes, or onions, and place them in the hopper perpendicular to the desired cut. When cutting French fries with the julienne cutter, position the potatoes at the lower right corner of the large feed hopper. The potatoes may be stacked to cut several at one time. For consistent results, stack product in the lower right corner of the feed hopper, one pile only. Twist the knob to release the catch on the feed tube pusher and pull out to expose the feed tube opening. The feed tube is used for slicing long, thin-shaped products such as cucumbers or carrots, or to contain small items like radishes. The machine doesn't stop when the feed tube pusher is removed. This allows product to be processed continuously. Always use the feed tube pusher. Warning, turn the machine off and unplug the electrical cord before cleaning. Clean the machine immediately after each use. Dismantle all removable parts from the machine and wash them in warm water and detergent. Rinse thoroughly and wipe dry with a soft, clean cloth. Wipe the exterior of the machine with a damp cloth. Allowing the food juices to dry on the machine may cause discoloration. Never clean the cutting tools or other aluminum parts in highly alkaline dishwashing solutions or in excessively hot water. This can cause formation of aluminum oxide, which will appear black. Do not use steel wool or sharp objects for cleaning machine surfaces if they become discolored. Scratched surfaces become hard to keep clean. Remove the feed tube pusher and rinse in lukewarm water. Raise the pusher plate and turn it to the left. Remove the feed hopper and rinse it in lukewarm water. Remove the locking screw. Always use the wrench. Lift out the cutting plate. If you have used the dicing grid, push the remaining leftovers through the grid with the nylon brush before removing. Remove the dicing plate and ejector plate. Rinse in lukewarm water. Turn the pusher plate back counterclockwise over the feed hopper and lower it. Place a pan under the exit chute and pour lukewarm water from the top through the knife chamber. Run a wet cloth through the feed tube. Wipe with a clean, dry cloth. Return the cutting tools to the wall rack. Lower the ejector plate onto the knife shaft until the ejector plate seats on the shaft pin. Replace the locking screw. Warning, turn machine off and unplug the electrical cord before doing any maintenance. Routinely, inspect the machine to ensure that it's in proper working order. Plates must be clean, intact, and sharp. Regularly lubricate the pusher plate shaft with a drop of mineral oil, not cooking oil. If the machine develops any problems, contact your local Hobart service office. Depending on usage, dicing grids become dull from wear with an average life expectancy from 8 to 18 months. Dicing grids can't be resharpened and are therefore expendable. Replacement dicing grids are available from your local Hobart service office. This concludes operator training for the Hobart FP150 food processor. To obtain service and parts information concerning the FP150, contact your local Hobart service office.